Hey guys, how's it going? Eminem Gaming here, and today we're back with another video. And today we're going to be talking about my last video yesterday, which, of course, if you haven't seen, go check it out. And basically, I want to update the video because we have some new information, and I always like to keep on top of that stuff and not give out wrong information or whatever. I try my best, a lot of the time failing, but yeah, I wanted to go over that and talk about a couple of games in particular. Now we're going to be talking about both Persona 5 and Yakuza and their exclusivity. Are they console exclusive? Are they full exclusives? All that good stuff with an actual source who's, well, he'll know what they're talking about. And also talking about Detroit Become Human and Dreams and what Shuei Yoshida himself has had to say about the games. Now, I'll also be giving a few theories for myself after that, so I hope you check out the video and I hope you enjoy it. So first off, we're going to start off with Yoshida, and we're going to be talking about what he had to say about Detroit and Dreams. Now, this was a Twitter conversation, so obviously go, if you haven't got a Twitter account, go make a Twitter account, because it always seems to kick off on there with gaming news. And basically, a fan tweeted him, wow, this looks a really strong 2017 lineup. But I was surprised to see Dreams and Detroit in there, which, again, if you watched my video yesterday, I was kind of like, these are getting delayed, if not brilliant, but I can't see them 2017. And basically he asked, was it a marketing mistake or was it intentional? Is it a 2017 game? And Yoshida straight away came out and said, it was a marketing mistake, sorry, and he apologized. So if it wasn't a marketing mistake and it was still 2017, but they hadn't confirmed it or whatever, I don't think Yoshida would have really made a big deal about it. People probably wouldn't have even seen his tweet in the first place. So I feel that he actively did that to make the point across that this is not a 2017 game. The marketing has messed up. And I want to talk about this because they've seemed to messed up on quite a bit, actually, and we'll get into that in a minute. So it looks like Detroit and Dreams, unsurprisingly, are not 2017 games. Doesn't really bother me. If they were going to come out in 2017, they were going to be late 2017 games, and Sony does not put their... I can only imagine Sony putting their big exclusives in the holiday season. I could imagine a Gran Turismo dropping in the holiday. I honestly think Uncharted 4 was meant to drop holiday 2015, but again, delays and all that sort of stuff. I honestly don't think that Sony will put an IP out to die, and I honestly do feel that something like Detroit and like Dreams that, we'll have an audience that will love the games, and I'm sure they're going to be brilliant, but they're not. They are AAA, but they're not God of War AAA. They're not Uncharted AAA. So I feel that those games have to probably come out in a period where there isn't a lot of games. You don't want a Titanfall 2 situation where you've got, a massive game right next to it and it just gets absolutely overshadowed. So that's just my thoughts anyway. Of course, let me know yours down below. But next up, I actually wanted to discuss what could possibly replace those games. And really, I think they will put another 2 AAA games possibly to replace those games. And the 2 that I feel most likely to replace those games is Spider-Man PS4 and God of War. And I'm going to explain why in a minute. Now, I also think Days Gone could possibly be in that, but I'll explain why I don't think Days Gone will hit 2017, in my opinion. And again, I don't work at Sony. This is all just my thoughts, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But yeah, let's just get into it. So Spider-Man, I think, will be shown pretty soon, and I think it will be announced like it's coming out pretty soon. And the reason I think that is I think it would be kind of silly for Sony to put out this massive Spider-Man Homecoming movie and not have something at least advertising Spider-Man PS4, and hyping it up and getting people to buy the PlayStation. And I think this game's further along than they're trying to hint at. That's just my thoughts. They've kind of sometimes hinted at a 2017 release date, and obviously it not being at what's it called, PSX, and it not being a TGS and stuff, got people a little bit worried. But I still feel that this is a 2017 game due to the movie tie-in. Now, it's not a movie tie-in, but I assume that Sony will want to capitalize off the movie. Even if it's nothing to do with the movie, it's a huge Spider-Man game coming out around the time of the movie. It's going to sell like hotcakes. Well, at least if they market it right. That's just my opinion, of course. But next up, God of War. Now, this is basically just going off what Cory Barlog has said about the game being fully playable, how they've hit a massive milestone, and people are like, oh, well, it's fully playable, but there's probably a lot of bugs in it. And I 100% agree. I'm not saying the game's coming out tomorrow, but they have a huge studio on it. Late 2016, it's fully playable. I think in a good 7 to 8 months, they could iron out a lot of the bugs. They've got a huge studio. It's, I think they could do it. And I think this could be a holiday game. And what we have to realize is Xbox, which is their biggest competition. I think Nintendo, they're kind of doing their own thing. I really like Nintendo. I'm sold on the Switch, so no hate for Nintendo. But they're kind of going down different routes. PlayStation and Xbox, they're going for the power and the graphic fidelity. Nintendo are going for like a handheld market that can also be played on your TV. So it's kind of a different direction. And I feel with the Scorpio coming out, I do feel Sony will come with a lot of games to say, look, we've got all these games and, all that sort of stuff. And I do feel that God of War and Gran Turismo could be the flagship titles to kind of take a little bit of attention off that. Again, I could be wrong, but that's my feeling personally. Now, Days Gone has been in a development for a very long time. I think it could hit 2017, though I don't think it will. And the reason I don't think it will is simply because of marketing. I think Days Gone, it kind of, I dislike when people say it's just another zombie game, because they're not zombies for one. It's like The Last of Us. And also, it looks like it has a real emotional, story-driven aspect to it. But similar to a particular favourite game of mine, Dying Light, if that game came out against Call of Duty or, God of War or whatever, you wouldn't see many sales for it. Let's be honest. The reason why Dying Light sold so well was because it came out against nothing and was a good game. So I think that this could have a similar boost in sales by not being up against the big titles, which to me is good, because I'd rather not have 3-month early access to Days Gone and have a Days Gone 2 because the sales were good enough, in my humble opinion. But of course, that's just me rambling, saying stuff off the top of my head. Let me know down below your thoughts. Do you think Spider-Man could replace that? Do you think Detroit and Dreams are going to hit, but they're kind of trying to play it low and they don't want to give everything away? Let me know your thoughts, of course, and let's get into the final part of this video, and let's talk what John Hardin, who is the PR manager for Atlas USA and Sega. Now, he came out and said, because obviously the trailer had come out, and PlayStation Europe, you guys need to sort something out, because there's like 5 mistakes in one video. I mean, look, I'm not the best content creator, I'll put my hands up. But to make 5 mistakes in one video, I thought was a bit weird, So we have confirmation for both Persona 5 and Yakuza 0. And he will know, because he's literally the PR manager. He knows where these things are going. It's not like he's just saying, oh, it's going there, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. So Persona 5 platforms, he says, PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. Now, you can kind of let Sony off for this, because in my opinion, this is technically a console exclusive. it is only on PlayStation's console. So it is a PlayStation console exclusive. It's a very weird term because it's not technically a PlayStation 4 exclusive because it's on the PS3, but it's not on the PC, the Switch and whatnot. So I honestly think you could let PlayStation off for calling this a console exclusive. It is what it is. But Persona 5, PS3, PS4 confirmed. Yakuza 0, which is coming out in like a couple of weeks, which I'm really excited for. I may have to pick it up day one. I'm struggling because there's so many games, but I think this may be my secondary game with Kingdom Hearts. And that's been confirmed only on PlayStation 4. He put Persona 5 platforms PS3/PS4, Yakuza 0 platforms PS4. That's it. And then he says, that's it. No Switch, no PC. I don't know about the box label. That's a Sony thing. And then he puts like a little gif of somebody face palming or whatever. This is pretty much to be expected. Yakuza has been said for months and months that it's only on PlayStation 4, and that PlayStation's marketing or their division in general actually needs to clarify this stuff sometimes. We've got Persona 5 with confusion. We've got Yakuza with confusion. We have Neo with confusion. We have Death Stranding that has a lot of confusion. And in my opinion, from what I've seen from tweets from developers, these are all PlayStation 4 exclusives. You know, Adam Boyes with Ni no Kuni, for example, too, came out and said it's a PlayStation 4 exclusive. But they go out on stage and have a console exclusive label on there. It's a very strange marketing thing, and they're kind of confusing their fan base. Though I'm a big PlayStation fan, it's something that I definitely think PlayStation need to look into, because you're kind of confusing people. And if a PC fan was to look at the list and see Ni no Kuni with console exclusivity on it, they may think, well, it's coming to the PC. I don't really need a PS4. If they're looking at it, Persona 5, and they think, oh, I'll wait for the PC version, there may never be some. So you may actually lose out on a purchase due to the fact of your kind of muddled marketing. So I think they need to sort that out. They made a lot of mistakes, but really, like I said, we don't know about Ni no Kuni. I could well be wrong. I could be wrong about Neo, and I could be wrong about Death Stranding. But everything the developers have said, as well as Sony have said, has kind of hinted at PS4 exclusivity. And even here, these Yakuza 0 and Persona 5 are both scheduled as console exclusives that are only on PS4. So it's very, very strange what PlayStation are doing with their marketing here. And I do feel they need to be a little bit more firm on it. Like, let's just say it's PS4 exclusive, because that's what it is. But yeah, I think, honestly, it wouldn't bother me in the slightest. Like, it's not that I'm saying if Persona 5 was on the PC, I wouldn't buy it. I'd be there day one, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, I think it would be smart for PlayStation to kind of market these a little bit more, be a little bit more firmer on their stance on it. But that's just my opinion, guys. Of course, let me know yours down below. But as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll catch you guys in a new video very soon.